Um, yeah, so TensorFlow. I
Good
apparently am
stuff.
having, yeah, I'm apparently having problems. Last time I was running it, I'm running it on my CPU, not my GPU. I have a GPU version, so I'm trying to figure out how to force it to run on my GPU.
Right.
Um,
There's like a bunch of dependencies, right?
right, yeah, it has like all the CUDA, and I have all the dependencies. I just, for some reason, it's not defaulting to GPU. So I'll forend that Mork script itself. I didn't write them down, which is my fault. I should have. But let's see if I can take a look and remember.
You can
Oh
try
yeah.
Google Cloud too if that doesn't work.
Oh, go ahead. Okay. So my first question was, why are you randomly choosing the 10 instead of just iteratively going through?
Because you know how, like, for example, in the assignment we did in the machine learning class in spring, he shuffled the training dataset every time.
Right.
So this is kind of like shuffling it.
I
Where
mean,
you're
but
picking.
the way you're doing it, couldn't there possibly be repeats?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
There might be a way to like do this without having repeats, but
yeah, no, there's definitely a way to do it randomly, but not have repeats. But yeah, okay. So there's a reason to do it randomly, but it'd probably be good to make it so it doesn't have repeats. I mean, like,
so I guess you could go through iterative.
probably putting my head. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know why this connection is really bad right now.
Probably my internet. It sucks.
Yeah, I was saying maybe we could just go through, add all the paths to the files into like a list, and then just pick randomly from there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe,
or like shuffle it
and then just remove.
Yeah.
Yeah, remove values from the list that we've already done.
Mhm.
Probably the easiest. And then so how are you? I guess I didn't quite understand what you were doing for that. How are you getting the accuracy?
That code was already there previously.
It looks like it's using the 10 images that you just passed in. Is that what's happening? Or
Yeah.
like it doesn't seem like it has a separate validation set.
It doesn't, yeah.
Interesting.
So that would need to be added to this script.
Right.
Telling you the
Okay.
accuracy based on the training. And that should go up like as it continues the training, I guess.
Right. Right. Um, so I don't specifically have any problem with the way they're doing it. The accuracy, I just didn't know how it was being done. The question is like,
what kind of numbers are you doing? Is it like increasing?
no, it's odd. It goes in bursts of increasing and then like drops down and then starts increasing again. So I've gotten to 600, and then it like went down to 10% afterwards.
Maybe it's doing like stochastic gradient descent. So it like goes and then it goes back and then it.
Oh. So is there any significance to the, what's that, 2000 value of your for loop?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I mean, that should be set like based
So is
on.
that like getting 20,000 images and passing them through randomly? Because it's doing 10 each time.
Yeah.
Does it?
So if you have like 100 classes and you have 200 images per class, then it would give you 20,000 images.
Interesting. Oh, that's odd. So not only is it generally picking classes as well. So in theory, like a training batch could just be like one class, for example. Which I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
The training batch?
Right. So like you're doing the batches 10 at a time.
Yeah.
And then like within that batch of 10, your class you're picking randomly. So in theory, like one batch could be unlikely all the same class.
Theoretically, that's
which
possible.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure if that's okay or not. I have enough experience. It sounds weird though. Can get how we did in the first assignment with the neural net.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's interesting.
Did we even use the batches in that?
Okay, well, I'll look into that. I'll assign myself a.
Because we had a simple like 2-layer network, right?
Right. Yeah.
We didn't need batches. We just like shoved the whole thing.
Pass it all through. Yep. I already do some research into. I mean, it's possible you've done that already, and I'm rehashing it. Into like how to best do the batches.
The good old days of 28 by 28 grayscale images.
Small little images. Let's just reduce all our image sizes down to 28 by 28. I think that's the solution. Okay. Well, so I'll assign myself a tag of things about. Then, in addition, the thing that I want to, I guess, kind of get a sense from you is how much do you think we should, like, in an effort to improve our accuracy, how much do you think changing the way the network is set up versus how much do you think we should be changing like the image itself, like testing whether grayscale is more effective, testing whether large, and you like tweak the network itself first or tweak what we're passing in first?
I think right now we need more data.
We always need more data.
Oh, I could try the whole transfer learning.
I'm working with about 600 of each class. And I mean, I'm on step 490, and it's giving me going forward to the butt, you know.
So how many classes?
6 I'm dealing with currently.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I wanted to. What was I doing? I was creating myself a tag. I mean, in terms of more data, we can always scrape more from Google. I'm not
the
sure
first page,
how.
like the first 3 pages, for example. Or like,
Right. Have you looked at my branch on my web scraping? Repo? Well, we still have to combine repos.
yeah, can you send me the link?
Yeah, sure. Just a second. I think you're a collaborator, but let me see.
Also, I did make one change to the Google Images scraper a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'll try and merge that with mine because there is a Google. What's that?
I said I fully like parallelized it, so it first it goes through and it downloads all the
okay.
for all the classes, all the images. Then it goes through and actually downloads them in like a parallel fashion with
Gotcha.
100.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's fine to do a couple days loading. It's giving me a picture of a unicorn.
Are like happening later.
What's that?
I said the images that are slower, or like the servers that are slower, hanging up the whole thing.
Right.
They just hang up that thread. So it's a little faster now.
Well, it isn't loading on my laptop. So let's try desktop. Okay, it's working fine. No, it keeps giving me this page is taking way too long to load. Okay.
Yeah, he's giving me that too. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. Well, their servers must be whacked or something. Either way, I have link and I just.
I mean, our code better be there. A lot of people. Yeah, it says GitHub status major service outage. Interesting.
Sweet. Just what at least I pulled from your repo already.
There's people whose livelihood is depending on these guys. So.
Yes. Yeah, this is just an inconvenience for us. It could be a catastrophe. All right. Well, whenever it's back up, it's just github.com/myubit acacid/web scraping. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, that it's so basically what it is you just give the program a CSV with a scientific name and just a list of those, and it goes through and downloads from Google and then like 3 different other reference sites. It saves all the links to a CSV, and then there's a downloader program as well that then downloads all the links in a CSV. So what the Google thing that I have is doing is it's searching the common name, the scientific name, common name leaf, and scientific name leaf. And that's giving, and then duplicates. And so that, in theory, we can scrape pretty deeply. Like if we got 3 pages of each, we'd have some overlap, but it'd be giving a fair bit. But there's also a lot of noise in that data. You know, maps is one that I see a lot. Like there's a lot of maps of like the areas that the plant is in. Also, we need to decide if whole pictures of trees, if we just want leaves. I'm not sure. I think it probably is noise, which isn't fun. But like I know back when I was fooling around with the OpenCV, the computer vision library, they have like very basic like this image kind of processing. So I'm wondering if it wouldn't be prudent for us to go through an entire folder for a class and like kick out all the images that are like, which is kind of weird because that would be us kind of like doing image processing before our script is actually doing it.
Like,
but
theoretically, the noise in the data has kind of a regularizing effect.
One would hope. It's just that we don't have, I don't know if we have enough images for it to, for us to have as much noise as we do.
Right.
Trees is what I'm worried about most, because probably a good 25% of the images, even with us searching specifically for leaf and whatnot, are going to be like the full-size tree.
Right.
And, you know, ideally that would mean that the net would learn what the tree looks like from a full-size image, but I think more likely it's just going to create noise for one looking at a leaf.
Or maybe we could like separate.
That would be an effective way of removing noise or not.
Maybe we can like separate those pieces of data and make a separate net that distinguishes those.
That's ideal.
Though, because they're not really like separable.
Yeah, we'd have a flowers net, a leaf net, and a full-size plant net.
But even with domain knowledge, like it's really hard to like look at like the full-size image and know like what this is.
Right.
Like
yeah, I mean, if we had enough data, sure, we could just ram both the tree and the leaf in, and eventually the neural net would be like, oh, both of these are this. But I don't know if with
bigger network, more data solves all your problems.
Well, I mean, we just need to go on like a trip with the camera and like a couple 100 gigabytes of SD cards and just take a shit ton of pictures.
We'll call that Plan B, or Plan C rather.
Oh. Let's see.
Maybe we should tell our VC investors that that's what we need to do. Pay us per year while we collect data.
Yeah, we need to hire a group of people that are going to go out with cameras and take pictures of plants for a couple months. It's going to be a really effective use of our money.
Give us $500,000 for 1%.
Yeah, I'll do it myself for $500,000.
So have you been using your GPU on your desktop?
My what?
Your GPU on your desktop?
That's what my issue is. It's defaulting to the CPU. So I'm running a step thing right now on the CPU, and once it's done, I'm gonna fool around and get to work on the GPU because it is taking quite a while. It's probably been running for like a half an hour, and it's only at 610 out of 2,000.
Yeah, I've been using Google Cloud mostly, where you get $300 of free.
Right. Yeah. Yep. No, I mean,
So if you weren't able to get it to work on your GPU on your computer, you could probably switch to that if you wanted.
Yeah, I think I have a free account that I created recently as well that I probably have. Yeah,
and there's probably a way for me to share my disk image with you. So
it's a pain in the ass setting up all the dependencies on the server.
I was saying there's probably a way for me to like take a snapshot of the VM disk and like make a copy of it and send it to you. And then you can like
either way, I'd like to get the GPUs working on this. There's no reason they shouldn't be.
Right.
NAD has like thousands of cores, so should work pretty. All right, so I'll look into doing more the batch stuff.
Yeah.
I'll also create a thing on Taiga for.
Did you see my blog post on the website?
Nice, very nice. I don't know who's gonna read our blog posts, but whatever.
Yeah, so we need to actually work on the Stripe application also.
We need to what?
I said I think we need to work on the Stripe application also.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think we should still have a demo before we do it, but you're right, we should at least work. Okay. Oh, yes.
Because all they require is like a website and like an email, and they'll get back to you.
Yeah, I just think it would be better if on our website we had something.
I see.
Because the website is entirely what they're judging us on. And if they don't have much to go off of. Yeah.
Good point.
Well, I suppose that means we should also look it up. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else that. Ooh, back up to 60%. Hopefully it stays. I can't think of anything specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep testing it.
Yeah, keep testing it. Have
All right, sounds good.
All right. Well, talk to you Thursday at the latest. I may. I mean, if
Yeah.
you need to call me or I need to call you in the meantime.
All right, see ya.